Alright guys, thank you all for joining. I'm going to get straight into it. I'm pretty pressed for time today, so we'll do a quick Forex checkup, and then we'll touch on the main crypto pairs, and that will be it for today, so we'll get straight into it. Gold. Still looking bearish for now. We've got supply above. Nothing to monitor as of yet. We just want to see for either of these levels to get hit. Yeah, that's it. Not too interested at the moment from a local standpoint. Silver as well. Like I had this charted up and I said yesterday, or whenever I had it yesterday or the day before, that didn't like it in the first place just because I think overall we're bullish in the short term and bearish in the long term. But regardless, there was and is so much demand below us. So why would we want to, take a distribution model short there, as much as the setup may have been, there might have been an okay return to zone, but it's just, yeah, you're just going against the context here and you've got demand below. So regardless, does this look better? So yeah, hence why I did not enter. No, that can stay there. In terms of silver at the moment, we might get a range here. We'll see if we do. But we need to come back up. Alerts have been set, so we will see what happens there. And I'll set an alert here as well. Awesome. Oil. We have hit demand, which is good. So now will be a question of how well do we respect this demand, or how well are we going to push through it and continue going lower. Time will tell. Our alerts set. I just want to see if this supply is valid. I have a feeling it would have been mitigated on the lower time frame. Yeah. Yes, it has. That is not valid supply whatsoever. That's all been mitigated on a lower time frame. Sweet. All right, USD CAD. Technically speaking, that's your tap one. That's your tap two. That's your tap three. Contextually, we're bullish, so you just have to keep that in mind. I do like the return to zone here. This local return to zone is not bad. Not bad at all. And yeah, we still have this supply above as well, so we'll see what price does when it hits this. I feel like it will fairly soon, but other than that, like you look at the high time frame, and yeah, we're like on the daily here, you've technically speaking, yeah, sorry, on the daily we are bullish. That's our daily low there. So yeah, it is kind of like an awkward, yeah, we spoke about this yesterday. We're just bullish, but we're like, they're all weak break of structures, so we can, technically speaking, if we get a nice rejection from this supply and a strong break of structure back down, I will be happy to short this at least until these lows end demand, and just take a slight, you know, TP. So what I will do is actually pre-plan this right now. We'll imagine that it rejects, and then we run this all the way to, you say that? No. We run it all the way just to demand and then de-risk at demand or take partials. Let me calculate my position size. Hypothetically, these are our stops and entries. USD CAD. Stop loss price is 1.37132. We'll risk 0.5% of this. $4.67 lots. There you go. For a 0.5%. Sweet, so that's our pre-playing now, and this is all dependent on us getting a nice strong break of structure back down. That's it. As simple as that. Yeah, that's still our 1 hour market structure low. For today, Asia has been taken both lows and highs, which I don't like, but we'll see. That is our pre-planning. If we can get a nice push up here upon London Open, which is kind of happening as we speak, and you can use that as a manipulation move. So if you get a nice quick push up and then reject, then you can consider that potentially manipulation. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Alerts have been set. We'll move on to AUD CHF. We have kind of pushed out a little bit too much for my liking now. So we will see. We'll see what happens here. We're kind of just in the process of creating this or considering this as a range, but we will see. And yeah, we're still fairly bullish across the board, so our alerts have been set. Time to be patient there. And we've kind of front ran these POIs here. Which I'm not too overly fond of. Maybe this could be a new range, but once again, only time will tell. Maybe, we will see. Yeah, alerts are still set, nothing really to do at the moment. From a timing perspective, tap 1 and 2 is 21 hours apart, and then from tap 2 to present we are 17. So you kind of have up to about here until we can make a valid third tap, and then anything from there onwards I would be looking at creating a new range. So that is pre-planning for, yeah, USD Swiss franc, that stays the same. Well, we have ran through all this supply. And we're kind of SFPing the 4-hour market structure high at the moment. So we'll see if we get a closure there. That is definitely something that we should monitor. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye out on that for now. GBP AUD still creating that deviation there. Yep, monitoring the 4-hour there. What is happening here locally? I might be able to use this as a range. We will see. For now, we continue to wait. Ideally, it would be nice for this to be an accumulation, which creates a deviation of, you know, our higher time frame move. So we get a little accumulation in there, break structure up, and then move back into here, and then range for a while before coming back to create our third tap. That's what would be ideal, but you never go off what's ideal. You just go off whatever confirmations you get. All right, this could be nice. This could be very, very nice. I think I'm only going to opt for a model 1 here. I'm only going to opt for a model 1. Yeah. I'm only going to look at this from a model 1 perspective. Anything else, not too interested. I'll set an alert on this liquidity here just as like a heads up. Something like this. And then from a duration point of view, we have been going on for... This will be nice for a day. I'm very happy with how this looks. This remains. Nothing to change here. AUD USD. Slowly making our way to... Oh, we've actually just swept this liquidity. Ever so slightly. It is a bit too market structure like, and obviously we are quite bullish at the moment. And this is our 10-minute market structure low. I don't think it's valid on the 15. interesting. No, it's not valid on the 15 because you just have inside bar candles there. All right. And these are pretty much just, yeah, all candles, all wicks, sorry, here. Yeah, this is valid supply. I will happily use this as supply. However, it has been mitigated. Good to know. Great reaction from it as well. Yeah, an ever so slight mitigation there. And I'll also set an alert just in case we go higher. Asia high has been taken. Asia low sits nicely below us. Extra confluence there. I can envisage the volume profile being pretty nice right now. Not the best, not the nicest, but we'll see what happens. Pretty bearish. Yeah, still bullish on the hourly because this is our hourly low. So the hourly market structure is essentially just doing just putting in a higher low for a potential higher high. That's all that's happening at the moment. So nothing really there. This remains. Is it still valid? Is my question. Tap 1 and 2, 21 hours. Tap 2 till present. 18, okay, it's still valid for now. But you kind of want to make that move pretty quickly. It is to note, Asia high has been taken. Okay. This looks not bad on a GBP NZD. Yeah, we're still bullish on the 1 and 2 hour. Still bullish. This could be quite nice of an entry. Especially that we have Asia highs right there. Okay. This could be decent. Okay, NZD CAD. That's too low time frame for me to even chart. Yeah, still bullish here. Still ranging here. It's not a nice range, but it's a range. Some form of demand below. AUD CAD, this range is pretty much gone at the moment. And then Euro GBP, I think it has SFP'd the market structure high. It's technically broken structure, but very, very weak structure, and now you are coming back down. We'll see if anything occurs here. But yeah, that is Forex for today. So I'll move some pairs up just for my own sake. Alright, GBP and NZD. Keep a big eye out on this one. What was USD CAD doing? Yeah, USD CAD, keep an eye out there. GBP USD as well, keep an eye out there. AUD USD, keep an eye out there as well. GBP JPY, keep an eye out there as well. So quite a few, like honestly, it's pretty open play today in the markets. Really open play. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, so these pairs, really, really monitor them. We'll see what happens. Let's touch on Bitcoin real quick. This is now invalidated. We've got some form of supply below, above, sorry. And now we can actually move our range to an accumulation. Low time frame accumulations creating high time frame accumulations. We've seen that all the time, so we will see what happens here. ETH not showing me a whole lot, and then USDT dominance. This can all go. Might also be creating a distribution schematic right here. So we will see what happens there. Let me make this a little bit neater. Range for, yeah, no. Okay, here we go. That is our plan at the moment. Potential distributions here aligning with this Bitcoin accumulation model. Keep an eye out for that. And then how is Litecoin doing? Okay, Litecoin's still on track quite nicely. And everything else, yeah, I'm going to skip through this. That's invalid. But yeah, that's all I've got for today, guys. As I said, today will be a quick, short, sharp. Plenty to look out for in Forex, especially. Like, keep an eye out for that. Go have a look at all these charts for yourself that I've just looked at, especially these top 4, top 5. And yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow for the update. All right. See you all soon. All the best. Peace.